Christian, and today I'm looking at Matthew 22, starting at verse 34. When the Pharisees heard that Jesus had silenced the Sadducees, they came together, and one of them, a teacher of the law, tried to trap him with a question. Teacher, he asked, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Jesus answered, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. This is the greatest and the most important commandment. The second most important commandment is like it. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. The whole law of Moses and the teaching of the prophets depends on these two commandments. I might get blasted for my next statement, but hear me out. I think sometimes as Christians, our issue is not the fact that we don't love God and love people enough. I actually think we're not thinking about ourselves enough. They came to Jesus going, one, this wasn't really about learning. They were just trying to get him in trouble. But Jesus always never, ever wastes a moment. And so he takes this opportunity to teach. And he says, this is the greatest commandment. Love your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. That's your first. And your second commandment is just like it. Love God like you love yourself. Love people like you love yourself. Now, we as Christians want to honor God. We want to make him happy. We want to please him. And so we put all of our strength and heart and grit into loving God and loving people. But Jesus is real specific here on how we're supposed to do that. We're supposed to take into account where we are in life in order to get that happen, in order to make that happen. He says, love the Lord your God with all your heart. Now, some of us are working from a broken heart. You have had relationships fail. You've lost opportunities. Life hasn't gone like you wanted it to. And so you're working from a place that says, I don't really trust anybody. Nothing's going to go right for me. No matter how I try, it's not going to happen. So I'm just going to get through life. And so we haven't given those places, those broken spots to God and let him heal it. So we're working from a broken heart. That broken place is then how we're trying to love God. And so he goes, here's my promise to you. And you go, well, it's not going to happen. But whatever, I'll just, pray anyway, go to church anyway. I'm going to serve because I'm supposed to, but I don't actually believe you're going to do what you said. He then says, love the Lord your God with all your soul. Some of our souls are so beat down because we've gotten to the place where we go, this is just what it is. Life can't change. Just is what it is. We look around at our circumstances and we see the world from experience instead of from God's word, and our soul is just depleted. We've been running on empty because we were trying to keep up with the Joneses, and social media said I had to do this, and the new trend said I had to wear this, and this person that I'm dating says I have to be like this. And so you're doing all of these things outside of yourself in order to keep up with what you think you need to do. And your soul's just exhausted. And that's where you're trying to love God from. Then he says to love your God with all your mind. Now, there are some of us for the last few years, your mind has not stopped running. You actually lay in bed at night, not being able to sleep because your mind keeps going and going and going. You actually take time at stoplights to check text messages because that 30 seconds cannot not be filled. Every moment is filled with Instagram, Snapchat, the internet. You've got to talk to this person. I have to do this. I got to go here. I got to get this. I got to go. And your mind is just going and going and going. And then you're trying to love God and hear his voice, but there's no quiet spot in your world. And this is the place that we're trying to love God from. And then he says, love your neighbor like you love yourself. Truth be told, a lot of us are doing just that. We don't have grace for other people because we don't have grace for ourselves. You have to be perfect. I got to get it right. I got to go fast enough. I have to beat this. This is my dream. It's got to happen in 5 years. I wrote it down on paper, so it's got to happen. And so you have no grace for yourself. So you've got no grace for other people. You don't like what you see in the mirror, so you expect absolute perfection from everyone else. Your own life doesn't please you, so no one else can make you happy. We're working from places of exhaustion, tiredness, just brokenness, and then trying to love God and love people. I think when Jesus was looking at the Pharisees, he went, I know you guys. You need to get it right. You need to get it perfect because you've looked at the law and went, this is what the law says. I have to do exactly this. And you're tired. Your soul's broken. And you're actually standing in front of salvation itself and you're missing it because you have to get it right. He says the law that you're trying so hard to keep and maintain, that's actually built solely on the fact that you sit down with me and let me show you you. That's how you maintain that law. That's how you get to me. That's how you hear my voice. When your identity, your person, your things that you're striving for, your goals are made by me. Over the next week, spend some time going, God, help me see myself. Where am I running on E? What am I doing that I don't even need to be doing? Show me me in your word. Show me me in your presence. Let me look at and love myself. That way, when I see myself in the mirror, I'm pleased so that I can actually love you and love your people. Show me what I look like through your eyes. Not just what I think I should be, but the person that you died for. Love you.